Ladies and gentlemen, I have devastating and frankly horrifying news. I want to just come right out and say it. Robin is bisexual, and I know this is very important to many of you. It's going to change everything we thought we know about Robin, about Batman, about comic books, and about this world that we live in. Truly, it's a lot to digest. I'm going to introduce the show, and then we can discuss further. Make no mistake about it, you are checked into the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed, most secret podcast on this godforsaken planet. Nobody asked Shawn, hosted by none other than the original and inimitable Chico Diamante himself, the Diamond Boy Shawn Murray, international heartthrob, heir to the Murrays, hereby made fortunate, and of course, the first Jamaican in the Kentucky Derby. And I don't know what we're going to talk about in the second segment of the show, but the first segment we're going to talk about is Robin is bisexual, and people are upset. People are saying, yo, like, is nothing sacred? They keep trying to destroy culture and make it into something new, and then when we were against it, it's now we're fascists and bigots. Oh, so 71 years of Batman comics are now destroyed and lost to history, never to be recovered, because I don't understand. Like, you could just read the old comics if you're that upset about it. It's funny because people say, like, no, it's just like, it just feels like they're just cramming this shit in there and it's an agenda. But would you say the same thing if it was... Okay, first of all, let me just back up. You don't give a fuck about Robin. You don't read comics. I see so many people. You don't read Batman comics. You certainly don't read Robin comics because they don't even really make Robin comics that often. And even on the scale of Robins, it's not even Dick Grayson. It's not even Jason Todd. It's fucking Tim Drake, a name that none of you are familiar with because you don't read comics. And that's totally fine. So why are you even worked up about it? You're just cramming this gay agenda in everywhere. How is it being crammed in? Like, just making a character bisexual how does that equate to a gay agenda? Because here's the thing. This is how you know it's like people are homophobic, because you would not say the same thing if they announced that a character was straight. You would never say that. So effectively what you're saying is, I don't want to hear that this character is gay. It's fucking Tim Drake. Who gives a fuck? There's motherfuckers that couldn't name a single Batman writer or storyline in the last 35 years upset about fucking Robin. I mean, even if it was Batman, like, what kind of life are you living where, like, Batman's sexuality is integral to how you function in life? Like, no, like, do you need to go to bed at night knowing Batman is straight in order to not want to blow your brains out? I don't understand what does that mean to you? Like, I think of it like, remember those mesothelioma commercials where it's like, you might have some questions like, how did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? What does this mean for me and my family? Like, think about that last question. What does this mean for me and my family? Does finding out that a character in a comic book mean anything to you or your family? Probably not. So that should be indication that this shit doesn't really fucking matter to you. On the other hand, though, someone in the LGBT community find out that a character that they like is actually more like them than they knew. That's fucking comforting. That's fucking important to them. That's representation. I just don't understand. Like, if I found out Batman was gay, it does not change my opinion on him at all. You know what I mean? And if it did, you got to question, where's that coming from? Because what functionally changes in his performance as a fucking Cape Crusader? You know what I mean? Is he still a crime fighter? Is he still doing the best possible job? Like, it doesn't change shit for me. I don't understand. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, it's not like they fucking announced that the next Avengers comic was going to be an all gay orgy with fucking Thor, Captain America, Hulk, and, Hawkeye. It's just that they said, hey, this guy's going to go on a date with a guy. He was trepidatious about it, and now he's going to go on a date with a guy. Like, that shit was on the Shade Room. It was like, oh, Robin is now gay. Thoughts? And whenever people say thoughts, that's just them. They have a negative opinion on something, but they don't want to be the one to say it, so they just... I saw niggas in the comics like, what's even happening anymore? Even a cartoon? Like, so how could you spin that to be non-homophobic? What do you mean, even a cartoon? Like, because if you believe that there's nothing wrong with being gay or bisexual or on the LGBTQ plus spectrum, right? And you also believe that it is a naturally occurring thing. It's not like a choice that people make. Then we mean even a cartoon. Of course, even a cartoon would be gay because people are gay in real life. So 1 out of 5 Robins is now bisexual, and that is like unacceptable to you, which is like, I mean, statistically speaking, that's not a lot at all. Most people couldn't even name a single other gay DC character, right? So which means of all the hundreds, literally hundreds, possibly thousands of DC characters, even just hundreds of Batman characters alone, but the hundreds, maybe thousands of DC characters that exist, you know of one that is gay, and that is too much. And the motherfucker said, after all this time, again, because they don't know that this is not Dick Grayson, the first Robin who appeared in 1940. They don't know that it's not. They don't even know that there is another Robin. That's the thing. These motherfuckers don't know shit. They don't know. They don't know if it's Dick Grayson. They don't know if it's Jason Todd. They don't know if it's Damian Wayne. They don't know if it's Tim Drake. They don't know if it's fucking Carrie Kelly, who was a woman. You didn't know that because you're not a fan of Robin comics. Like, come on, bruh. Like, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? You don't want to seem like you're homophobic because in the current climate, it feels like you might get in trouble. But it's like, be honest with yourself, dog. Niggas is homophobic. It goes back to the baby thing and everything Boosie has ever said out of his fucking mouth. And a million other people. I don't even want to just single out rappers because it's not just a rap thing. But it's like, bruh, like, why do you give a fuck? Motherfuckers would see two gay men kissing and be like, man, I don't want to see that shit. But why not? If there's nothing wrong with it, you know what I mean? Not two gay men fucking like having fucking violent sex with each other. Just two gay people. I don't want to see that shit. Something's up. I don't know what it is, but something's up. I can't imagine what it could be, but something's definitely up. Motherfuckers just be homophobic and they just don't want to admit it. Like I knew a dude one time. He used to be a comedian, and there was three of us. We were walking around. He saw two men kissing, and he's like, "Yo, that's gay," as if life was some sort of like sport, and the ref had been calling gayness on him all game, but not on everyone else. So he had to put like, "Yo, come on, ref, that's fucking gay." It was like the nigga that he was gay to was at the line shooting two. And he was complaining to the ref like, yo, I understand. Like, I might have been gay on that play. But he had been being gay to me all game. And, like, yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating because, like, what can I do if you're not going to call him being gay? And I'm, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I wasn't gay. I'm not saying I'm not gay. I'm saying that everybody's being gay and you only singling me out. If there's nothing wrong with being gay and nothing abnormal about being gay, you wouldn't even feel the need to call that out because it's like, yeah, they're gay. That's what they would be doing. That's what I would expect them to be doing. It's not like we were walking around in town that's like, you know, like we were like in hetero Nebraska, the straightest town in America. And then he saw something gay and he's like, nigga, like, that's gay. So yeah, I told me this was the straightest town in America. That's gay. I got to clean up the streets. It's like, bro, ain't no need to be concerned about that, bro. Like, just continue about your day rather than saying, yo, that's gay, because I don't care, man. Like, you don't never got to point out nothing gay to me because I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, me, like, why would I need to be alerted to this? Yeah, I mean, this is not a cause for alarm for me, my nigga. And if it's a cause for alarm for you, that tells me a little something. Gotta get every drop. What else? I've been seeing a lot of great pro-vaccine tweets, or rather anti-vaccine tweets. Because it's not even so much about being pro the vaccine. It's more about how ridiculous people who don't want to get the vaccine sound. Like, there was a really good one that was like, look, I won't get the vaccine, but I also refuse to wear a mask. However, as a compromise, I insist you let me go everywhere vaccinated people go. The people that get upset about, like, not wanting to get the vaccine, but then thinking they should be allowed to do everything that, like, that's the whole point. You couldn't go to school without having the fucking measles vaccine, so you wouldn't give niggas measles. Or there was a really good one. It was a MSNBC tweet where it was like, vaccines are being required for travel. Here's how unvaccinated people feel about that. And somebody quote tweeted and put like, sobriety is required for driving. Here's how drunk people feel about that. Which again, it's good. It's like, nigga, who gives a fuck what you think, nigga? It's too bad, bro. I don't want to talk about COVID every week for the rest of this podcast, but it's like, dog, you niggas are stupid. I just feel like, yo, smarten up, nah. It's like, come on, man. What else? Real quick, Kemba's on the Knicks, and I think that's great. Everyone who's a Kemba fan, always want to see Kemba back in the Garden. But I do love seeing Knicks fans get very excited about this. X, I'm talking to you. I mean, I'm talking to every Knicks fan, but I'm really always talking to X about the Knicks because X is the person who we both have a lot of money tied up in the Knicks' success or lack of success. But I just love how much fucking fun, like, how excited Knicks fans get about, like, every move that they make. And because Knicks fans are the most delusional people on earth. Knicks fans are the definition of, like, mind over matter. Like, it's like, what's actually happening in the real world don't even matter because the fantasy that they've put themselves in, it's like, you could be torturing the motherfuckers, but they're in heaven because they're just imagining the Knicks hoisting up a trophy. You know what I mean? So they it don't matter what's happening. It don't matter that like it's not gonna make a difference. They're not gonna win a championship because they got Kemba. But it's like in their head, this is the final piece. But anyway, final thing, NBA shit. PJ Washington, man, I wish you the best. I hope Brittany Renner ain't really getting you for $200,000 a month, because that rumor just came out of nowhere. There's like Brittany Renner filed for divorce, and now PJ Washington is paying $200,000 a month. It's like, is that how it works? That the moment she files for divorce, he's now required to, like, that's never been. What judge decides that you have to pay based on filing for divorce? Everyone would be paying every dollar to their ex-spouse if that's all it took was to file for divorce. Everyone would be fucking caking off their fucking partner. But if that is true, I mean, hey, man, what was you doing in the first place, dog? Like, what? Like, I ain't got no problem with these. Like, I think it's kind of odd that all these celebrities just sleep with the same people. But that's totally fine and good. But what, like the rate at which not even just celebrities but human beings just be fucking shooting the club up with just anybody is fucking insane. Like, y'all niggas just don't care. Like that's a human life you just created, and that's a big ass bill, and it's just for the thrill of it. I'm not saying it's not an enjoyable experience. I'm saying, will your wallet enjoy it? That's what I'm wondering. Time for some questions. Nobody's Asked Shawn time. Send in your questions to Nobody's Asked Shawn at nobodysasksean@gmail.com or Nobody's Asked Shawn on Instagram. Text them to me anytime during the week. I don't give a fuck. Just send me some questions. I got some pretty good ones today. First question. What are your thoughts on the final 7 seconds of The Green Knight? And should Jero get final cut on every movie? You shouldn't. But I think the final 7 seconds. No spoilers, by the way, for The Green Knight. Even though if you haven't seen The Green Knight by now, I'm pretty confident you're not somebody who really wanted to see it like that much, but I still wouldn't spoil it because it's a very good movie. You should see it on your own. But I think those final 7 seconds are very integral to understanding the point of that movie. And without those 7 seconds, it doesn't fully close the arc. And we can talk about this in detail privately, but it's essential. It's essential. I know why you don't like it, but it's essential. In the all Tarantino universe, which spin-off TV show would you want to see? I mean, I'd love to see him make that Bounty Law show, but I think what I would most want to see is he was talking years ago about doing an Inglourious Basterds spinoff, tentatively titled Killer Crow, which was about like during World War II, an all-black platoon of soldiers kind of going AWOL and like just kind of striking a warpath and killing white soldiers as they go across Europe towards Switzerland. I think they're going to be killing like obviously Nazis and shit, but also like racist Americans soldiers, which would have been fucking awesome. I think he said he was going to do it as a miniseries or possibly a movie. That would be a great miniseries. I would love that. But probably never going to happen. Tarantino has like 12 movies that he's talked about wanting to do that he's never done. Like obviously Kill Bill Volume 3, The Vegas Brothers, and a bunch more. But that'd probably be the number one. And then Kill Bill Volume 3 would be something everyone has talked about wanting to see. What would the name of your comedy special or CD be called right now? I actually thought about this prior to this question, so it's good that you asked. I think what it would be called right now would be Failing in Public, because that's what I feel like most of my career has been. Or like failing on Front Street, you know what I mean? Like everything is like, I mean, that's kind of what a lot of comedy is early on. It's just kind of failing in front of everyone. And even like down to like the podcast has been like, I think it's been successful as a creative project, but like it's not doing numbers. I'm not gonna retire off of this shit, but it's been fun. But yeah, I think Failing in Public. I have a whole concept for the special that I would do. I have artwork in mind and shit. I'm not gonna tell you, so none of y'all steal that idea, because that's what I want to do. Like Failing on Front Street, I think I would call it. Do you want to do a special for my students? Of course, this will require you to invent a new persona. I'll do that shit because, again, I don't mind failing in public. It's what I've done before. I would love to see how my jokes jokes I would end up writing for high school students. Do you teach high school or middle school? Whatever. Any age group. I think that would be a fun thing to do. Don't hold me to this, though, because I'm probably not going to do it. But I would be interested in doing it. And I can just have a whole new persona. I'll have a new AKA. Like it would be like school related for one of my AKAs. So that would be fun too. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done on a date? This is a good question. I mean, ultimately, the most embarrassing thing I've ever done on a date, which is I've done on many dates, is just not reading the signs that I could have, like, you know what I mean? I could have took it to somewhere else, but I was trying to be nice. But sometimes, like, the flip side of that, though, where, like, you thought you saw a third base coach waving you home, and he was just, you know what I mean, stretching, you know what I mean? And you misread it, and you were out at the plate, and your team was very upset with you. So I think the most embarrassing thing I did on a date, like the one that sticks in my head, is I was with this girl one time, and she was caked up. And she was double cheeked up on a Thursday, and also every other day of the week, but especially on a Thursday. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And at one point I was just like, yo, like it's really just like tough to just not try to grab your butt right now. And she was like, please don't do that. And I've never seen her again. So that wasn't cool. For the sake of this story, I'm going to say that I was like 16 when that happened and not older than that, so it doesn't seem as bad. But yeah, I was thinking that, and then I said it, and I thought, like, I don't know why I thought that was like, that is going to make me get a chance to grab her butt by saying this. Because I'm an idiot. Like, I've never been good at shit like that. I'm so stupid. There was another time I was with a girl, and we kissed, and I did grab her butt, and then she kind of just laughed like, not you grabbing my butt. Like it was very childish. It had to, bro. It was, sometimes you just, the spirit hits you. We were on the phone after that. She was like, what made you do that? Like, that was just, I was like, I don't know, man. I'm a teen. I'm a teen, and you got a nice butt. What the fuck? I thought I saw the third base coach waving me home. I told a girl one time that she was a bad kisser. After we kissed, that didn't work out well. Final question: what are some jokes from your favorite comedians that you wish you thought of first? This is one of my favorite questions ever. Okay, first of all, this is not a joke, but in Chris Rock's latest special, Tambourine, in the intro to the special, he had Them Changes by Thundercat playing, and I wanted to do that on a special so fucking bad since the moment I heard that song. And he did it first, but that shit made me mad. Also, there's a comedian, Joe Mandy, and he had this song, I'm Better Than Everybody by Lakudis and Kool-A.D. It's one of my favorite songs, and I wanted to have it on a special also, and he beat me to it. But as for jokes, number one is from Patrice O'Neal, who's my favorite comedian of all time. Patrice has a bunch of them. There's the Pepsi Cola rapist joke is one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard. That joke is one of the jokes that made me want to do stand up. It's basically a joke about being black. He's a big black dude, so he's always got to be careful about how he does things because it's easy for him to get implicated in something. I'm gonna play the clip of that.
That's why I don't litter. I don't throw garbage in the street. Not because I care about the earth, but I'm afraid I'm gonna be walking through the park drinking a soda, and when I'm done, I just throw it on my shoulder, fly over a bush, and land on some dead white woman's head with my fingerprints on the can. Now I'm the Pepsi Cola rapist because I'm lazy.
I got a bunch more. Somebody remind me to do this because I say this all the time and I don't end up doing it, but I want to do one of these every week about just to highlight some of my favorite jokes and some of my favorite comedians. And this is a good question. But yeah, I'm going to do that, more of that. That's the segment. What else? I got a new podcast coming soon. It's going to be called the Homebodies International Film Festival. It's coming soon, probably by the end of August. I'll have episodes up. I'm just working on getting some episodes done and getting some artwork and stuff and music for it. Actually, if somebody wants to make me some music for that show, hit me up. And that's coming soon. I'm very excited about that. Probably more excited about that than I am about this podcast. It's not going to be video. It's just going to be audio. It's actually probably too early to announce that. But I'm announcing it to force me to actually do it. So check that out. Coming soon. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. I appreciate you. I love you. As always, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.